Okay, so just wanted to quickly talk about storylines and just how the MSNR is effective. So, we've got A shape, you've got V shaped, you've got the resistance break support and you've got the support breaks resistance. So, just to talk about it a little more, is for example, here we've got a V shaped, right? And then here we've also got some 2A shaped, but then we get an area here where, resistance break support. Now I'm going to just move this here because this was the where the flip zone was, right? You get resistance or yes, resistance being broken, which then turns into a support, but we can clearly see that price ends up coming back into this area here. And then maybe let's see if there was, yeah. So you can see exactly where my previous gap was. So here, for example, we've got a bearish gap, and then we've obviously got old zones here that you can see they got tapped. But if I had to just refine this, let me just remove that and refine. We can see that GER40 is giving us a bullish storyline because we closed above this gap, and now we're targeting this area over here potentially. If I step down to the 4 hour, I can then refine just based off of what I would like to see. So I can, before I even go down to the 4 hour, I can come to the daily and just have a walk again at this area here. Okay, I'm gonna use that black. So we can see that the bullish storyline has been confirmed because now here we just closed above this bearish gap, and we can see that price now is rejecting. If I wanted an entry to trade to the upside, I could just look for example, and this is just off the support and resistance, just wait for some sort of confirmation, maybe a fair value gap. But anyway, it's not going to be the way that I would look at it. Let me see what happened today at 5. So if I had to come back to the 5 o'clock, we obviously know that we're looking for a bearish storyline, right? Or we have a bullish storyline, sorry. Let me just do this 9 o'clock candle. Right, that's my 5 o'clock. Okay, let me just do that. Okay, cool. Got a 5 o'clock candle over there. And then what I can look for is key levels that I can use. So, for example, I've got a key level right below here, right? And this is a bullish gap. So, first confirmation we have is that price is in a bullish bias. And then second key level could be, okay, we can see this area here has been used. This one here is still yet to be tapped, and we can know that price will eventually target that. All right. Okay, so these are all key levels. Let me just write that down. Let me just make it. Okay. Now I can then come down to the 5 minutes, right? And then see. Okay, price touches this key level over here. Then we look for longs, targeting the opposite side. And then we see price trading all the way to the upside. Okay, bang. Okay, so like I said, GER40, I had confirmed bullish storyline. We saw the flips happen, and then marked out a key level. Key levels are still marked out using the same principles that we look for on the, or the same concepts that we look for on the weekly. You know, your A shape, V shape, support, support breaks resistance, and vice versa. And yeah, we just target those, and we only look for areas where we know that, okay, there's a likelihood that we'll get up by. There's instances, yes, where you will get still within a bullish storyline where you get a bearish CRT, you know. And in those days, it's honestly up to the person if you want to trade that counter. In some cases, it could be like a weak counter, in some cases, it could be like a strong counter trend, or you could just wait for another bullish CRT that could form, let's say, at the 5 p.m. candle type of thing. So, yeah, entirely up to you and how you want to see it. But yeah, that's the GER40 setup that I saw today and that I wanted to basically record this video on. Cool.